Hey YouTube, what's up? Alex from TeamRapidKarma here, coming at you with my updated Nekroz deck profile, post-Shining Victories, and let's just get straight into it. So this is like literally the only way to run the deck right now, post-Shining Victories, because of Cosmo and Brilliant Monarchs, and yeah. Anyway, first start off with Triple Valk, Staple. You basically use this to just not die to Cosmo. And like the Fire King Island Cosmo is just annoying. Anyway, 2 Colossus. Never need the third in this build. 2's perfect. 1 Unicorn, 1 Brio, and 1 Trish. Those are all staple. And then we are playing Decisive Armor in this build. Decisive Armor is really, really good because we do play Gishki Vision, of course, because you can search it. And yeah, it just basically runs over like Dark Planet and shit like that, and helps you get over a lot of other things. And this card is just way too important right now. So yeah, only 9 blue cards. It's a very small lineup, but you'll see. Standard 6 DT Jews, never ever gonna change that. Then for the Water Engine, we play Triple Neptibus, of course. Like, this card is just absolutely amazing. Usually how this deck runs is you'll make your standard Jew Unicorn play to search a Valk, and then just like lock them out of the extra deck, make them use their resources to get over that, and then you'll OTK the shit out of them with Neptibus in the next turn. Unless, of course, you open Brilliant Fusion, in which case you just automatically win that game anyway. And yeah, then paired up with 2 Dragoons. One of them's Italian, I know. Anyway, 2 Dragoons. This basically searches like everything in the deck, namely Gishki Vision, which is basically your Shrit, and that's why you gotta play this engine. 2 Infantry. You don't play 3 because this isn't pure Mermails. This card's like really good for popping floodgates and just really big monsters that you can't get over otherwise, like the Monarchs. That if you can't Trish them and you can't attack over them with Decisive Armor, then you just use this to pop them. 1 Marksman. It's really all you need. I mean, back road isn't nearly as prevalent because everything's chainable right now. Strike lost a lot of favor, as we can see, with extra deck Monarchs and Cosmo and Burning Abyss. Like, a lot of them, I've seen a lot of trapless builds recently, and this really doesn't hit anything in that matchup. And then 1 Megalo. You use this to get rid of all of these cards if you draw into them. And it also helps just push for like random OTKs, which is pretty funny. And you can tribute off like your dead Neptibus or whatever to get the plus off of that, special summon Dragoons, and detach it off of Dweller to search a Vision, which is really, really good. 1 Diva. This card is just absolutely nuts. Basically, you open this and Brilliant Fusion, and you should win that game. And if you open up a Jew and a Ritual spell, it's just, ugh. Yeah. 2 Vision. This card is the reason why you play this engine. It makes your Ritual spells a lot less painful. Makes Decisive Armor easy, makes Trish easy, and it's just way too good not to play right now. And you can also just Diva into it and sync for Herald if need be. 1 Trick Clown and 1 Garnet as your Brilliant Fusion targets. It's pretty standard. 2 Cycle, 2 Kaleido, and 1 Mirror. We're doing the 2-2-1 ratio on this build because we play a smaller blue card lineup and a lot less Colossuses than we used to. Because you got to make room for the Water Engine. This card's like by far like the best one in this build because you can just like discard your Trish or your Decisive Armors or whatever for to summon Megalo if need be, and you can just Vision and cycle them back, which is really, really good. This card is still obviously really good because of its synergy with Colossus and the extra deck. And then only 1 Mirror because of course we don't play like Great Sorcerer, Exa, or Dance Princess or anything like that. And this card really only ever comes up if you need to make like a desperate Trish, like late in the game. And yeah. Then of course 3 Win Condition. This card is just absolutely nuts in this deck. Like if you resolve that and you have any 2 of your 10 normal summons and you just absolutely win. Like it just blows your opponent out of the water. 2 Instant Fusion. No need for 3 in this build. It's literally just no need. 1 prep, of course, it's prep. 1 for 1. This card is actually pretty freaking good. It gets like dead crap out of your hand. Like if you have like just dead ritual monsters in hand that you can't do anything with, you can just like summon an Neptibus and then of course just cycle vision whatever you sent back, and that's just really, really good. Just having the instant access to Neptibus is just too stupid not to play. And then 1 Raigeki. Yes, this is 42 cards. It's perfectly fine because the Mermail engine just, the Neptibus engine just dumps and searches so much. You can thin through like 4 cards from your deck with 1 card, and that's just absolutely nuts. So consistency really isn't an issue. And yeah, if you need to, you can just take out these 2 if you want to go down to 40. And yeah. Then for the extra deck, we got 1 Norden, of course, it's at 1, and 1 Seraphonite, of course, those are your fusion targets. 112. We'll replace this with the level 12 Blackwing as soon as we get it next set, which is actually really good. It's like a 3000 beat stick that's a kaleidoscope target that can't be destroyed by card effects, which I guess is alright, but that doesn't matter. It's just a 12 target that you can actually make. 11, 10, of course, because we still sighted Gungnir, so this just helps make that. Trish, you can make this so like disturbingly easy with this deck, especially with just like a Neptibus and a Brilliant Fusion. You can end up with like this and a rank 4, a Megalo, and then like a Valk in hand. It's pretty stupid. 2 Heralds. You never want to be in a situation where you're needing the second one, especially with Diva, because you just emerald it back so much that you just make really stupid plays, and you go through this like super fast, and then you instant fusion it back and abuse it, but then you're always going to want to have the one in your extra deck to summon, or to dump for Unicorn, which is really important. 1 Tatsunoko. This card's really good. It just makes like really stupid things. Helps get like dead ritual monsters out of your hand, fixes bricking, and then makes it into obviously better cards. And yeah, you still gotta play the 1 Tatsunoko. Double Emerald, of course. This card's really good. You need to cycle through your resources. This and Dweller are the only rank 4s you ever make anymore, and yeah. 1 Dweller, it detaches Dragoons, and it's really important. To be honest, I'm considering citing the second one, just because it's so good against Island, Cosmo, and Monarchs, every variant of them, and Burning Abyss. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up citing the second one. 1 Castel, just for spot removal, it just comes up randomly. And Utopia Lightning to kill your opponent. And for the side deck, where this deck like really truly shines, 1 Gungnir. This card is just so good against a lot of the random Card of Demise promoting decks that are rising in popularity right now, namely Klee. Like if you just pop their Scout on summon, or on activation, you just win. It's really kind of stupidly good. Triple Maxi. It was main decking this, but there really isn't any reason to right now. I mean, it's pretty good, but you only maximize its value against Burning Abyss, and depending on which Cosmo variant you're playing against, you really don't want to be like setting this in against like the Trap build or the Dark Planet Turbo, because that build you're not going to get more than like a +1 off of it, which sure, that's pretty decent, but a +1 just hoping to get to draw into your out to Dark Planet, it just really isn't that good. Yeah. Double Veiler, of course. This card is really good against extra Monarchs, and it's okay against Burning Abyss. Just depends on what you're playing against. Then the most important freaking engine in the game right now is the Kaiju engine. Outing boards of like Dark Lady plus Dark Planet, or Dark Lady plus Cyber Dragon Infinity is just extremely, extremely difficult. And you can't even hope to win a game against them if they open that up. And they're doing that 54% of the time with the Fire King Island build. And so you need as many Raigekis as possible basically to out that. And the Kaiju engine is like the way to go right now. This can clear extra deck Monarch boards, it clears massive Beatrice boards, and then you can just easily brio back their Pilgrims or their Virgils or whatever the hell they summon. And then just banishing it to add like another out to whatever the hell they summon is just so incredibly important right now. I mean, if you're playing like Pure Water, then just take this out for like a Radiant, and of course just play the Allure of Darknesses. But yeah, anyway, this engine is just so important right now. You basically side this in against like all of the top 3 decks right now, and it's just way too good. So yeah. And then, of course, 2 Twin Twisters. There really isn't a need for a third one right now, with back row falling out of favor. And yeah, so that's the deck profile, guys. This is by far the best variant of the deck right now, and it's, to be honest, if I were to take this to a Regionals or a YCS or anything, this is the build that I would play, and it's basically like the only way to go. I mean, this card is just stupid. And yeah, anyway. That's the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, TeamRapidKarma out.